Hi, welcome to another fun-filled AutoCAD/architecture video. If you like my channel, please like and subscribe. Is that what we're supposed to say? Okay, we are going to do this foundation. The purpose of doing this is so you guys can start to learn what goes inside a foundation to a floor, the sizes, the materials used, all that fun stuff. So, this is what it's going to look like in the end, something similar to it at least. I did pick some notes on here as well, just so you know, because if you didn't know this, a 2x10 in the real world is not really a 2x10. It starts off as that. Once it's planed down, they're actually 1.5 by 9 1/4. So you know a 2x4, it's not really 2x4. It's actually 1.5 by 3.5. If you doubt me, go and find one and measure it out, and you'll see that I'm right. So that's what we do, and so I put some notes on here just to help you out. But if it doesn't say that, then if it says 1/2 inch subfloor, it is a 1/2 inch. So just a simple 1/2 inch offset. So here's what you're going to do. You are going to go to your classroom, and if you're in class, I'm going to give you this paper. If you're at home, then at least you have a copy. Here's how you download this. This is a template I want you to use. So I set everything up. Now, I've had some struggles trying to open this up properly, so I'm going to right-click on it and go Open Link and New Tab, and that allows me to download it. I tried just clicking on it, and for my end it didn't work. Maybe for your end it'll be fine. But if you would please download that, and I made this up to save time. That way you do not have to go through all the steps it takes to be able to create your files the way you want to, and layers and things of that nature. Now, I'm not going to be too overly strict with layers. It's not a huge deal, but there are certain things I am looking for. So, but I'm not going to talk too much. Let's just get into this, and here's how I'll start. So the first thing I'm going to do, because I'm pulling the sheet, is I'm going to start off with doing the footer down here and work up from there. This break will be a freehand break. Don't worry if yours is not perfect. You'll just get it to where it's close. Okay? And then there's some hatching involved, and I'll kind of explain that once we get there. So we're going to start off with this 8 inch by 1 foot, 8 inch footer first. So, click line, draw it off. Now, we're in feet and inches, as you see. It looks like I have the dimension one on. I want to change that to the 0 layer before I get too far into this. So, to type out stuff in feet and inches, if you want to, it's 1 and then the foot symbol, which is right next to the enter button, and then 8. And press enter, and then you have a 1 foot 8 inch line. I'm probably zoomed out, which is okay. So zoom in. Then it's up 8 inches, so you type in 8, just like always, and I'm going to just touch here and move it up. And then we are good to go there. So this is my footer. All right. So next, I'm going to draw the blocks above here. Here's a fast way I'm doing this. So as you see back on the sheet, there are 4 blocks. These blocks are all 8 by 8, so they're square. All right, so I'm going to just make my life easy by clicking line. I'm going to click in the middle here, go straight up. Well, if they're 8 inches, 8 times 3 is 24. So I'm going to just type 24 like this, and then I'm just going to offset that both directions 4 inches, so that way they are the same width and they're also center. Now, it's important when you have footings that they are centered, walls are centered on your footings. That's pretty much like Architecture 101 there. Then I'm going to do an offset of 8 inches again. So click here, go up, click here, go up. One more time. Very sensitive mouse here. I better not upset it, I might cry because it is sensitive. Okay. What's a break line again? Okay, a break line separates long distances. So I'm just going to eyeball this. So what I'm going to do is click kind of right here in the middle, draw a little ziggy-zaggy like this. Okay, the angles I usually do about 30, then I try to line it back up again. That's not bad for Wednesday afternoon, whatever day it is there. And then I'm going to do another one. I'm just going to eyeball this down like so. Try to copy it to where it's somewhat close to the other one. Yeah, it can be a little bit off. I don't really care. If it's, as long as you got the idea, I'm great. Okay? And then go ahead and trim off these insides right here. Okay, not the prettiest break ever, but it will do the job for us. All right, awesome. Now, okay, this next part is not as obvious because there's no measurements. That's why you have to have a ruler next to you when you do this. If you're at home, I will tell you what to do. So we need to figure out how far this is from here. So, if you look at the bottom of your screen, it says 1 1/2 inch to a foot. If you just want to listen to me, I'll tell you exactly what you need. So I'm actually measuring this right now as I'm sitting at my desk because I don't know what it is. So it looks like it is about 10 inches out. I'm just going to eyeball that. So from here out, it's 10 inches. You got it? Okay. So I'm going to go back to my AutoCAD and then click here. Click here. I'm going to go over 10 inches. Okay. And then up 9 1/4, not 10. And you can go 9.25, much easier than trying to do the fraction. Okay. So to make my life a little bit easier, I'm going to go this way, back over this way 10, because I don't feel like doing the math and trying to figure out how tall this is. So touch, move back over, click, and we're good. Now you see there's a break in there too. You're like, oh, stupid breaks. That's okay. I'm just going to ziggy-zag one over here. Something like that would be fine. And then trim. And in fact, if I want to make my life a little bit easier on this one, I am going to do a copy, CO for copy. Take this dude here, bring him over to here, dump him like first hour Spanish. And not that you should drop your Spanish class. And there we go. Now I have my breaks. Because everyone needs a break. Okay, doing some offsetting. So next, we're going to do the subfloor and the finished floor. So, offset, 1/2 inch. Now, if you want to learn how to actually do fractions, it's 1 divided by 2, just like you would actually type it out. So offset and go up. So the next one, if I click and go up, I go 5 divided by 8, which is also 0.625 if you're wondering. So, and then I just need a line on the outside of this. See, these are not very hard. They just take a little time. Alright, so what to do with these little things in the middle. So as you're looking at your drawing here, and I'm trying to explain everything as I go through it, that way I get my good teacher badge for the day. These, the X's, whenever you see these, means the end of the wood. So the sides are like the profile here, and these are the end of the wood. Okay? So that's what that is. And I'm going to try to center this the best I can. So these are 1.5 inches each. Okay? So here's how I'm going to start this off so I can be as accurate as possible. I am personally going to start off by drawing a line straight up here. Okay? So do that first. And then I'm going to just offset at 0.75. Why? Because that's half of 1.5. And then I got my middle one done. Okay? And I'm going to erase this. Now, if you want to work smarter, not harder, you'll follow my rule on this one, because I'm going to have you just make one of these and then make a copy of it. You knew I was not going to make you guys do this the hard way, did you? Nope. Okay. I got one done, right? Yep. Okay, here we go. CO for copy. Just going to highlight this. Right click or press enter. I'm going to click this corner here. Move it over. Boom. Done. Nice, huh? Okay, I'm going to do it again. CO again. I am going to highlight. I'll just highlight these guys right here. And this one right there. That'll work. Right click. Click this part here. Move it over. Dump that. You got your 2x10s finished. Next are ledges. Those say 2x2. They're actually 1.5 by 1.5. I did not make that change. So just some simple offsetting here. So just an O enter. 1.5. I'm just going to do this line going up, and then I'll trim in the middle. do this one going. Oops. Hit the wrong one. Go. There we go. Trim. Now, I'm only going to press enter one time because I want to create a fence between this and this, and press enter so I don't have to click these every single time. But if you like clicking, go ahead. Then I'm just going to do your old-fashioned trim that you're used to doing. Click that. Oops. Try getting fancy on you. And I could have just made one and then just copied it over just like last time, but I chose not to. So, and then I'll just do your lines and do your little X thing right here. I know, get really quiet there for a minute. Yeah, I stopped talking because I was thinking. Yep, missed this guy here. Move him over to here. Okay. All right, so your drawing is done. Except we got a few more things left to finish up. Ooh, I realized I forgot something. I forgot the ground over here. This might take longer than I thought, which is great. Okay, I need to do another offset. 4 inches. Click here and go up to here. Now, it doesn't really matter how far this line actually sticks out. So I'm just going to take it and drag it out somewhere over here. If you want a measurement, just go out about another, looks like 1.2 would work out just fine. I'm just going to eyeball this about like that, okay? And then you'll notice there's a little squiggly on there, because if you look at it, you will see how this is kind of squiggly. That is called a spline. Let me show you how to make that. Spline is S-P-L-I-N-E. I'm just going to click a few spots, click here, click here, click here, click here. And once you get done, you press enter, and then there it is. Ew, that was gross. And if you just did this like I did, grab this guy right here, and just kind of put him back to where he's right there. There we go. All right. So I don't have to do that again, so it looks the same. I'm just going to mirror it over. So type MI for mirror, click it, press enter, click here, go straight up, click here, press enter. Now I'm just going to trim off this side here because we don't need that no more. Okay. Time for hatching. Type in H-enter for hatch. All right, so we're going to put the materials in here. So I know I can find concrete. Concrete's right there. Now, if you click on this, you should be able to see the symbols. You do. I'm happy. If you want to see a bit more, like change this to 0.5, it should be able to see more of the pattern. And when you get down, just press enter, and then you're good there. Okay, we got one more hatch. Let's see if I can find this one. If not, earth. There we go, earth. Boom, and boom. Okay, that's a horrible scale right there. Let's go 5. I like that better. So choose 5. If we want to go even fancier, we can change the angle, because it looks like it's at an angle. Say 45 degrees. Now it looks like the picture. Okay? Press close. All right, last thing to do is text. And the last thing we need to do is add text and dimensions. So I'm going to start off with a couple dimensions first, and we'll go from there. So I'm just going to hit linear, and it says I need, if you click on annotate and you go here on linear, it should automatically show up on the red layer. And it says there's one here. It looks like I clicked on the wrong thing, probably. I did, probably, yes. This should be on the corner here. I clicked on that little line there, so my bad. So there we go there. There's a little 4-incher. If that text looks really off, you can go ahead, you can move that into here. I'm not really caring that all this is perfect. Yes, those are kind of huge, but it's scaled down. It's weird. Don't worry about it, because the rest of it is going to be arrows. So the rest is choose multi-leader. You're going to click right here, go out, and you're going to type it in what it says. So 8 inches by 1 feet 8 inch footer. Okay? Yeah, that's tiny, but it's better because we'll have a lot more maybe next time. So I'm okay with that size.
Okay, 8-inch concrete block. Important thing is that you're learning what things are. And I forgot to trim right here. Okay, so here's all you can do there. Yes, you see the thing here that says solid, that says the 4-inch solid cap. Ignore that. So this, I'm just going to hit right the middle of this. And this is going to say 2-inch by 2-inch ledger. And guess what? You'll know what these terms are because you'll have to do the worksheet next. I know, right? Exciting. There we go here. We go 2-inch by 10-inch joist. Okay, then we got a couple up here, and then we are done. So it looks like there's a finished floor right here. I'm just going to kind of zoom in and put this right here in the middle like this so. Not sure why the arrows aren't showing up sometime, but frankly, I really don't care. So 5/8 inch finished floor. And then we got these guys right here. I'm just going to click in the middle. Huh, it's weird how sometimes it shows up, sometimes it doesn't. I don't know. 3 2-inch by 10-inch beam. Oops, I forgot the 0 here. There we go there. And last 1/2 inch subfloor. Okay. Once you get this done, you are complete. And go ahead and do the term sheet. That should take you just a hot minute. Do me a favor, save this as your last name. Now, if the text is driving you nuts because it's too small and you just got to change it, you could click on one of these, right-click, go select similar. And if that 1/2 inch was too much on here, you can go 1 inch, and that's a little bit easier to read. So if you want to do that, you're welcome to. If not, fine. So, all right, save this as your last name foundation section, and you'll be good to go. All right, see you next video. Bye.